Guys Lifestyle.
Today, we'll be checking out Good Stuff Eatery.
Alright, so we've just gotten our burgers. We both got the Big Stuff Bacon Meltdown. Alright, so this is, like, I like a burger with a lot of bacon on it, so I think this is going to be pretty good.
This is something that they highly endorsed, and I guess we're looking forward to it. It's 2 patties, lots of bacon. Let's see what it looks like.
So, I mean, that's a big burger.
Yeah,
unfortunately, they did get our order wrong the first time around.
They did. They got our order wrong, and they gave us someone else's order with only 1 burger and some fries, but
out of it. Bite into this thing?
No, wait a second.
I'm going to try.
Got some different kinds of fries as well here. Let's see what Wes thinks.
Alright, so you can tell, like, the beef is pretty good. I'd say this is kind of more like a Five Guys patty.
It looks so. I was actually thinking that when we saw it, it looks a lot the way Five Guys does at the end of it. Not a lot of customization. You know, we didn't get all the sauce options, but they do have a lot of sauces that they offer.
Right.
Horseradish, Old Bay, mango, as well as there was chipotle, and so it's just pretty, different sauces. And I guess they're for the fries, or they could be on your burger, depending on it. Another interesting part about Good Stuff is that they have the Good Stuff draft brew that they are brewing here themselves. So, cheers. We'll try it out. That's really interesting. That's
I think it's pretty good. It's not as hoppy. It's a little hoppy,
yeah.
But it's not hopped to death.
This isn't a lager by any means. It's not an incredibly light beer, but it's also not the most hoppy IPA or anything like that. It's pretty. It tastes.
It goes well with the burger.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna dig in.
Try that.
But it tastes exactly as if it was brewed right here, which is awesome. If you've ever been to a brewery before or seen one of those tours, you can tell the fresh taste that isn't draft. It's better than draft, and it's much better than canned. So
one of the other things I gotta say, I'm usually not. I like pickles, but I don't like low-class pickles.
Okay. What are these? Are these low or high-class?
These are like good pickles. Like that's a pretty good pickle right there.
Okay. All right. So Wes endorses
it is definitely added to my burger.
Yeah.
Instead of detracted from it.
I'm gonna go for bite number 1. I mean, that's a big burger, but pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. A lot of bacon on it. Wow.
I would like the bacon to be a little bit more pronounced. There's a lot of bacon on this burger, but the bacon flavor is not really coming through for me. Are you agree?
No, I'm not sure I do agree, actually. I think the bacon's... I can taste the bacon, and honestly, the burger's done really well. It's almost like there's so much of each flavor that it's hard to tell which is what, I think is what you were trying to say. Like, I can see the bacon, but I really have to think about what the difference is between the bacon, the significant amounts of onion, the patties themselves, and, the way these buns are done, because it's kind of different, too. I think it is a little bit like a Five Guys bun in that they have clearly roasted this beforehand, and that's... Yeah. I appreciate the effort that's gone in.
This is definitely a smaller bun.
Yes, yeah.
This is more of a meat burger. It's not so much about the bread or the toppings.
Now, what are your thoughts on the fries? We have 2 different forms of fries here, too. Mine are just the regular fries that you can get. They look a little limp, but I have to say, I think they taste pretty crispy. They taste pretty fresh.
And these look like they're rosemary olive oil fries.
They are. They're a little different.
So this is like a super potato-y fry.
Really?
If you're a fan of like mashed potatoes, you'll like these fries.
Yeah. No, that's definitely true. It's not grilled, it's not fried too much. It's not incredibly crispy, but it's definitely not limp. I'm not upset with the fries in terms of how they're not cold and limp or anything like that, though I did think they were. So I don't know. I like the fries. Not my favorite fries I've ever had, but pretty good. And with this burger and beer combination, I'm liking it. Wes is doing some damage to that burger. Wow.
Which one is this? Which one's Chipotle? Is that mango or Chipotle?
You tell me.
And it's Chipotle.
I think so too. That looks like mango.
The fries are like almost a meal unto themselves.
They're
They're like substantial.
And putting them with these sauces is really interesting.
Like if you like heavy fries, you'll definitely like these ones.
So the reason we ended up choosing Good Stuff Eatery and came here is actually, it's a kind of a local DC specialty is the way it's branded a lot. They opened up their first store in 2008 up in Capitol Hill. And right now in DC, they've got a Capitol Hill, Georgetown, and right outside DC in Arlington location. What I just found out today, though, is that they also have locations in places
Saudi Arabia.
like, Chicago, and then I want to say Boston. I'm not positive about Boston, but also Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, the capital, which is really interesting.
Wait, I just discovered something. So I think these fries would be like okay with ketchup. But which one is this? This is like a spicy.
This is the horseradish, and it's the one I've been having. I'm a really big fan.
This horseradish on the fries, that's the move. This is the move right here.
There's a slight kick.
Yeah. It's a little bit spicy on the potato. Is really good.
I do agree though. It's a big bag of fries.
Yeah.
And we got the smalls.
Yeah, these are a huge amount of fries.
There's definitely there. I mean,
This horseradish converted me there. I'm on board now.
The horseradish also adds, and I think all the sauces add a certain level of, I guess, flavor and liquidity and the zest in them that I haven't even thought about the fact that I need a beer to like wash down afterward, you know?
Right.
But the beer fits in really well. I think the Good Stuff brew is...
It goes with the burger.
It does. It really does.
It goes with the burger.
This would be a very normal brew on its own. With the burger, I think they complemented really well. Again, not a lager. Closer to an IPA. Definitely a darker beer, as you can tell.
I
But
think it definitely goes with the beef.
It does.
That's the element I'm tasting.
And I mean, Good Stuff's whole thing is that they're trying to do their best to be farm to table type thing, and all their ingredients are really fresh, and the prices reflect that to a certain extent.
This is a more expensive burger place.
Absolutely. I mean, it's also Washington, D.C., and a lot of places are more expensive for reasons like this. But I have to say the inside ambiance, I'm a big fan as well. We've got,
This looks like a more open seating area.
definitely, it's like a barn type mentality is what they're going for. It looks like a barn on the inside, and they've got a lot of American political swag all over the walls. There's a welcome to the party. CNN is on every TV, or except one where Fox News is on.
Right.
So all their TVs are tuned in there. There's Shake of the Day, which we didn't try. We opted for the beers instead of the shake. But their shake for this month is the Cherry Blossom Shake, which is very much a DC thing. Cherry blossoms bloom in DC throughout the area in March and early April. So, they are really about a DC focus and a political focus on that. I'm really liking the atmosphere inside. I think it's a great place to come in.
Have a burger.
Yeah, exactly. And a beer, too. I was really astonished that they sold beer here. I'm happy.
Yeah, their own beer, too.
They do, right.
Which is interesting.
So they had a lot of cans, and then they had a few things on draft, and then they had their own draft and their own Good Stuff brew, and I mean, we had to try it, right? There's no other way to really figure out what they're trying to sell us, and I'm sold. I think I would give this the LyfeStyle approval. This has been delicious.
It gets 2 thumbs up.
Excellent. So we just finished the meal at Good Stuff Eatery, and I thought it was delicious. I'm very full. That was a massive burger.
Right. I mean, I don't know. Like, it was definitely like a wide burger this way, but I feel like it could have actually been bigger. So like, if you're a guy that likes to eat a lot, I would say the quality is high, but I would say it's more of actually a medium-sized burger.
So now I feel like he's calling me out on not eating a lot, and I don't know.
You finished your burger.
I eat a lot, and I think that was pretty full, especially with the fries, and also the beer helps with the full.
Yeah, right. And
Like, I mean,
the
that's
fries are like really filling. I think this beer is pretty good. And you also had an interesting thing to note about the TVs.
I did. So the ambiance of this place is pretty solid. Like I said, barn, really nice, but it still tries to do the DC vibe pretty thoroughly. And one thing that's really interesting is I just realized there's a world finals soccer game where the United States is playing Puerto Rico going on right now. March Madness, the NCAA March Madness basketball tournament is happening currently, and there are 3 TVs here, 2 of them on CNN, 1 of them on Fox News, and not a mention of sports or anything like that happening. And I
Right.
think that's really, I mean, it's very DC. It's also kind of weird.
Right.
You know, because I
Which
think...
is, I think, it's kind of an interesting little characteristic.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't think that I'm surprised that they chose to do it for this kind of place because I don't see that really. I don't know why the politics part really helps, but I
Right.
also noticed that a lot of the staff here is wearing politics type shirts, like, you know, we are the next political party. Welcome to the political party.
Right.
Politics begins here. Things like that.
So they've embedded themselves in DC culture.
Absolutely, and it makes sense. Their very first restaurant was, 2008 Capitol Hill, and they're running with that. I think it's a solid DC place overall, and I would give it the wise guys approval. What do you think, Wes?
Yeah, Wise Guys approval. This is Wise Guys Lifestyle out.